WWE Championship, Ryback versus CM Punk. First things first, I wrote another Bleacher Report article about this for anybody interested.
It
Couple.
was terrible. It was Justin
Boo.
Lamar cringeworthy.
Don't say it that bad. Don't hang
I'm
yourself.
only joking. I didn't actually read it. I just glanced at it. I was turning the hookers like back to one side so I could look at the screen.
uh, but couple different breakdowns of possibilities of how they could end this match because that's really the whole caveat of this whole thing is how do they end this match? You either have CM Punk lose the title without having that year-long title reign. You either have Ryback lose his undefeated streak, or you introduce some kind of an element to it that cheapens the entire thing, whether that's John Cena being added into the match and taking the pinfall, or you do a draw, or you do I don't know some kind of weird thing where it can have a disqualification in a fucking Hell in a Cell. They've done crap like that before in the past. Look at Finley in the Royal Rumble. He comes out with the shillelagh. Oh, he's been thrown out because he used a weapon. No.
How
Uh,
many weapons were
No.
used during Rumbles, people? Please.
yeah.
Na 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 go.
But I don't know exactly how they're gonna do it. The two options that I had thrown out there. One is the way that I originally thought that they were going to do is that they were going to add John Cena with it, and he was going to take the fall. The way that I want them to do this, which if they do, awesome. If they don't, the only way that I could really be supportive of it is if they've thought of a reason to get out of it that I haven't. I would like to see Brock Lesnar come back, hired again through Paul Heyman, to cost the match for Ryback and
Hmm.
do something. Maybe he handcuffs Ryback to the cell, and you know he can't obviously kick out if he's like tied down. Not necessarily the same as the duct tape thing, but kind of similar to that. Or maybe it's just a matter of CM Punk pins him while Brock Lesnar holds him down, or uh, they gotta have something to keep Ryback looking strong, but at the same time go somewhere with this. Because if you have Ryback strong, CM Punk gets a quick roll up victory or something like that, then where do you go? Because if you have that again at Survivor Series, you have to do a disqualification or something. I don't really know, but I would love to see them do Brock Lesnar as the captain of Team Heyman at Survivor Series, and then have Team Ryback with Triple H as the other opposite side. You can throw in Dolph Ziggler on the side of Team Heyman against Cena on the side of Team Triple H Ryback. You can throw Orton in there and Del Rio, and you can I don't know throw another person in there, Miz and Kofi Kingston. There you go. You have your 5-on-5, and then you could even do another one. You could fill the card out with the rest of the tag team championship, the world heavyweight championship. Uh, then who is CM Punk gonna face? I don't know.
Well,
Um,
he could be a part of the team too. Just don't do title match.
yeah, they could do that.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's
if
silly.
he survives as champion, that would prolong his reign, wouldn't put in any jeopardy, if you will, and then he just has to survive TLC, and then he moves on to face The Rock. You know,
Then people are gonna
For,
bitch why there wasn't a title match.
well, they can bitch all they want, but I think he needs to keep the title until January. I think it's a must. I think giving the title to Ryback this early is beyond risky. I don't think he's necessarily ready to carry such a big, huge opportunity. I'm quite not really concerned, but I guess that should be the word I use for it because all he's done is squash people in 5 minutes or less since April, and now he's in the main event of a pay-per-view for the biggest title in the company that's at least going to go 15 minutes
Yeah,
inside
it's
one of their biggest gimmick matches ever. Can he deliver? Like, will he be able to do it? Is he going to choke terribly? Like, what are we to expect when the guy hasn't done anything longer than a 5 minute match? I mean, that's got to be of concern to everybody who's going to watch the actual pay-per-view. I know it is for me. The guy hasn't proven anything other than throwing lightweights around and destroying them in 5 minutes. Like, and now all of a sudden he's challenging for the WWE title. But I think absolutely Ryback has to lose, or they do some very fluky finish where it's obviously nobody wins. Maybe Punk escapes the cell and decides to ditch and leaves the arena, walks out on the match despite competing in it. Something like that. They should not give the title to Ryback this early.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
no
agree with you
way.
on that one.
Absolutely not.
I gotta go with CM Punk retaining too.
Me
I
too.
don't know how they can get out of it without making Ryback look bad, but I think that they need to in some capacity because Ryback is champion right now. Not only does that kill the CM Punk whole oh the world title lasted all that time kind of thing, but it's just I can't see them doing Ryback against The Rock. And if you're not going to do that and you're not going to keep that
Well, yeah,
title that long on him,
it's
then there's no point.
yeah, it's gonna do more damage than good. I mean, he's just winning the title to keep an undefeated streak, only to drop it back to like Punk or Cena before the Royal Rumble.
Hmm.
And he'll end
You
up
know,
probably dropping it to
it'd be
the.
useless.
Yeah, The Rock's not going to want him to have the championship around his waist. And I'm sorry, Dwayne's not. The Ryback will not go over Dwayne.
No,
So
Well,
there's no
he
point.
wouldn't even be facing him. Like he would definitely lose the title well before Royal Rumble if he were to win it now. Yeah, there's absolutely no point in him winning the title this early. None. Not.
Yeah.
I can't think of one reason why he should win it. It's him having a ridiculous, meaningless title reign, ending Punk's near year-long reign, would do more damage to him than good. You know, like he'd be holding it for a month, month and a half, drop it back to Punk or Cena, who go on to face The Rock, while he probably competes in the Royal Rumble as a favorite, obviously, but you know, whatever. They do what they do, and hopefully they make the right decision. I think it's an absolute must that they need to keep this title on Punk. Absolutely, despite what everybody else has been saying.
what do you think, Dace?
I think Punk retains and Goldberg returns
It goes after Punk.
and just eats the cage. He doesn't really participate. He just eats the cage.
Then they have a special triple threat match. It's Goldberg against Ryback against Kobayashi.
No. It'll be Goldberg versus Ryback versus the Cage. It'll just
Yep.
be the two of them fighting the
Cage
cage.
falls over on top of him. They can't get free. Cage wins.
Like a special stage from Street Fighter.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Damn it, I'm gonna have that stuck in my head now. Guile theme goes with everything, even the outro.
Have you seen The Walking Dead? Seriously. There's Giles' theme goes with The Walking Dead. It's hilarious. Just so you people know. But
uh,
yeah, for me, this match, there's got to be a logical way of booking it, and the only logical way I find is if they basically have Ryback getting decimated by Lesnar, or Lesnar coming in costing Ryback the victory, and then it'll be sort of a Lesnar versus Ryback kind of feud going on at Survivor Series, maybe, because there was no other way to do it. Because if they do it any other way, Punk will lose the championship, or Ryback will lose the streak.
and they have already said in terms of Ryback, they had Cena call him the next big thing. So that's a little foreshadowing. If they did that intentionally or not,
They're trying to do it intentionally to
And
get the guy over. And the thing is, yeah, he's over, but it's not him that's over. I remember Jericho was doing a podcast recently where he was saying that, Punk should put him over. The thing is, he's in a Goldberg situation, which is the streak is over, he's not,
hmm
right? And the problem is, in order to give him a title, you have to keep that streak alive. As soon as you lose that title, that's it. You won't know what else to do with him. The same thing what happened with Goldberg. As soon as Goldberg lost the WCW Championship, he ended up, getting tasered. That was it. And they
well,
tried to
Lesnar
restart the
seemed to
streak.
do okay after losing a title during an
No,
undefeated
no, no, no,
streak.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no.
know,
Lesnar is a
just saying.
whole different animal in comparison to Ryback and Goldberg.
Well, yeah, he was
Lesnar,
definitely more talented for sure. He was way
yeah,
better in the ring.
way better in the ring.
Absolutely.
Lesnar can basically out wrestle anybody. He put on some 5-star matches with everybody, including Hulk Hogan, who could not even put on a 5-star match with a broom.
But
You know,
yeah,
and
if
that's Lesnar's. That's a testament to what Lesnar can do. Goldberg, as soon as he had a shite run in the WWE when he won the World Championship, he in WC he was going on, oh, WWE didn't know how to use me and all this and that rubbish. Fact is, Goldberg was nothing without the streak. And that's the only way they can promote the guy with that streak. It's the same thing's going to go for Ryback. If they give him the title this early, they have no other way to go. They book themselves into a corner, and Ryback would literally be in a situation where he can't go anywhere. And the worst thing as well, they didn't say that he wanted the title. They said that he wants blood, that he's out for like meat, which was stupid. You're saying this guy doesn't want that championship. Why is he wrestling Punk for that championship?
Because it doesn't look that tasty, and part of the big section of a meal is the look of it. Change the title, then he wants to eat it.
No, but do you know what I mean? It makes me like
yes,
sit
that
there and
was
think
stupid.
there's an important aspect of this damn match. It's supposed to be for that title. Everyone in that company is supposed to be vying for that championship, right? Then Ryback comes in. Oh, he doesn't want the championship. He just wants to destroy Punk. Right.
Okay.
So why are you having a title match?
Right? Why not have a non-title match?
Yeah. Booking saved.
Yeah.
He can go over Punk. Or he can destroy Punk, and then it
Yeah,
leads up slow build to a title match, and then when they have
you
the
know,
title match, we can either get him over or have Punk basically go over Ryback and say, right, feud's dead, feud's done, and at least
I
Ryback
would,
has a little bit of legitimacy around him. At the moment, they have nothing, nothing, and everyone's saying, oh, he could be the next big thing in the company. No, he won't. His
yeah,
streak is the next big thing in the company.
yeah,
He's
I'll
not.
gladly take them sacrificing his streak on Sunday to keep CM Punk's title reign alive. Gladly,
Yeah.
We're not
absolutely.
saying it because we like Punk. It's being said because that's legitimate. Ryback has no legitimacy. And I understand, oh, we're going to put a fresh face in there for the championship. There could have been they could have elevated anybody to that stage. They could have even said Ziggler, you know what? They could have had Ziggler go in there and say, I want to go after Punk. He has more of a legitimate claim to Punk, right, than Ryback. Because Ziggler actually was defeated by Punk. They walked out on each other's tag matches. There was a feud brewing there, and they had one hell of a match. Put them together. Why put this dude in that position? You're putting him there to fail because it's not him that's going to fail. It's the
Hey,
gimmick, and you're booking a gimmick. The streak is a
hey,
gimmick.
I'll tell you this now. They're not destining him to fail. If Vince wants him to succeed, just look at Del Rio. If he likes somebody, he's going to push them regardless of what everybody else thinks.
No, but the
That's
thing
just how
is,
it is.
if he gets that championship, he will fail. The reason why, not because of him or he doesn't look legitimate, it's because of The Rock. The Rock's in there. He's this big wall that Ryback has to plow over to stay as a legitimate champion. And the problem is, Dwayne's not going to allow him to do that. He's going to want the championship to have Rock versus Cena 2 at Mania.
Or Rock versus CM Punk, either way.
Yeah. And
More
that
than
way,
likely, obviously, more than likely, it's going to be
The Rock
Cena
is going
versus
to end
Rock.
up with the belt, right? So that way, if The Rock ends up with the belt, the best person to have The Rock take the belt from is Punk. Punk is white hot as a heel at the moment. Punk needs that one person to basically legitimize this whole heel turn he's had and take him to that level where it says, right, I've beaten you, but it hasn't damaged Punk. Because Punk, the thing is, Ryback won't even damage Punk because Punk's legitimate either way. But you're setting the guy up to fail because as soon as you say Ryback versus Rock, bam, we got to take the title off him.
Yeah, well, Ryback is not facing The Rock, and if he wins the title, he's not coming anywhere close to going into the Royal Rumble as champion. He'll lose it well before the pay-per-view. That's obvious.
But
Hmm.
why do that? Why
Yeah,
set it up?
exactly.
Right. It ends up
There's
becoming an issue of if you
damage control at its absolute finest here,
Yeah.
people.
right, yeah, it's you have to figure out a way for CM Punk to keep the title because that's what makes most sense. And even though it might be at the expense of Ryback in comparison, you have to do that because at the expense of CM Punk, you don't gain anything, but at the expense of Ryback, you keep the CM Punk thing going.
Yeah.
So it's
But
good.
this is the
I'm
thing. I
glad
wouldn't.
that they have somebody new challenging for the title, and I'm glad that they're pushing Ryback. I think that Ryback's an entertaining character and everything like
No,
that.
but he
But
could have get pushed to a mid card title to
exactly, I
begin
was
with.
just about to say that he could have been
The-
pushed as the one to beat the Miz.
yeah.
He could have
Why
been the
give it
one
to
to
Anyway.
beat.
Kofi?
He could have been the
Kofi
one
has
to
had.
beat Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah, Kofi have got like a million different title reigns with a mid card championship. He doesn't really need that title to legitimize himself. You could even have Kofi versus Punk for God's sake. You
I was
didn't
kind of
need him
hoping that's what
taking
they
that
do.
title.
You
You
know,
don't need Kofi
like
taking that title. Kofi has got the tools to be an upper mid carder very easily. You don't
yeah, like
need
the
to leave him there.
transitional main event guy, but he works the mid card, brings prestige there, and then he can fill a spot when needed, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
the Jericho of the bunch, basically.
yeah.
I was
And
even thinking at one point that it looked like to me that they were even thinking about building Ryback up to be a challenger for the tag team titles because they kept
that
doing
would be
those
stupid.
2-on-1 thing.
He's not.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but he's
also
not. Why would you have one guy go for the tag team
It
championships?
looked to me like that they were thinking about doing that because of how many times he was facing two people, and then they started
yeah,
getting into the Team Hell No thing, and it became
yeah.
obvious that they weren't going to do that anymore. But I am looking forward to the match. I think it's got the potential to really, really, really be bad, but
Oh yeah.
at the same time, it might not. You never know. I mean, you got to give it the benefit of the doubt. We haven't seen it yet, so
Well,
it's
I
not like
find the match interesting. It's
We're
going to be
leaving our
interesting.
hope in the hands of somebody who is yet to work more than 5 minutes.
right.
And I will
It's
say it
uh,
now: a near year-long title reign is greater than a meaningless winning streak. Percentage is mainly filled with jobbers.
Yeah, and I
You
will
know
say this
what
as
matters
well.
more?
They had the whole thing with Jericho was like you could legitimize Ryback with that. No, you can't. You cannot legitimize a guy. And
Not
as
with
you
what they're
said, Braden,
planning.
yeah, you cannot do it. There is no way in hell. It's like with Goldberg. The reason he got legitimized, he went for the United States Championship first. He had a few good feuds first. They put him in a right nice little position where he was defeating guy after guy after guy. And this is what they said. One of Goldberg's biggest downfalls, if you watch the Rise and Fall of WCW DVD, was as soon as he climbed to the top of that mountain, as soon as one guy beats Goldberg, that's it. And that's what happened. His heat just
final
went.
final thoughts, Dace.
Goldberg. No, 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 go. I just hope he comes back. I want to see the match, but like, I could really care less. This pay per view is a wash.
And the
Yeah,
whole
Hell
thing
in a
about
Cell.
Goldberg Ryback on Twitter literally is just ridiculous.
So we're going to be going
They
through
both suck.
the review of this next week, of course, and letting you guys know what happened, what our thoughts were on the pay per view, and probably flipping out about some of the stuff.
No doubt.
Hopefully raving about some stuff too. I mean, you always have to hope that it's going to be great.
If
Uh,
Ryback wins the WWE Championship, I will tell you this right now. I will switch off WWE programming, and it's not because I don't want Ryback to win it. It's because they are setting this man up to fail, just like they have done with Sheamus. And I will tell them right now, if they do that, they will fail strictly because I do not want them to destroy this man's gimmick without allowing him to build upon it. First, I have the gimmick. Then I have the character. Then I put bums on seats.
well, that's it for the Hell in a Cell talk, and that leaves us with just some plugs and an outro. So sign me up. You know how this goes. Take a picture of yourself or a video holding up a Smark Out Moment sign at any WWE, TNA, ROH, whatever wrestling event, and send that to me. And, we'll put it up on Smack Talk and we'll give you a shout out. Same as always. You do anything for Smack Talk, we'll always give you a shout out.
And Tony will love you like no other.
Very long time.
Very long time in Chinaman. Just
For
like
the
he said.
rest out there,
www.nerdgenius.com. Check out I Got Gameplay. IGOT PLA. I got GOT GAME
I don't think you need to spell
PLAY.
that out. I
Sorry.
think Speed Beast is the one that people get confused about.
Sorry, I'm just a bit tired. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, 5:20 here. You can check that out on fanboysanonymous.com. which is our official site now. Hopefully, Tony's going to be posting the podcast on the screen on there to show that we're actually on there now. Also on Stitcher, iTunes, so anywhere that you want to look for I Got Gameplay, we're there. This week we're talking part 2 of our Suda 51 trilogy. We're going to be doing part 3 next week with our regular host Braden is back. We might have Chris on again, who knows? Depends if he's not busy. We might make it a 5 next week. And we'll watch out for future episodes and watch this space. I've got new projects coming, and there's a lot that's going to be happening. So, yep. Braden?
Well, just the usual YouTube, youtube.com/spoodbeast. If you don't know how to spell it now, I'm pretty sure it's in the video description. Just saying.
And
just
I got
saying.
gameplay and everything.
And I got gameplay. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and hopefully I'll be getting Braden and everybody a part here, and then other people as well, part of my Fanboys Anonymous thing. I'll be telling you guys more information about that as time goes on. But basically, Fanboys Anonymous, another website of mine that I started trying to get a whole lot of people to throw a bunch of stuff out there with geek culture.
And it's mostly about porn.
Throw out some OTW days.
Oh
Those
yeah,
are
some
the
time for
manga,
some cheap
sorry.
plugs from yours truly, Chris the Dace Man Dace. Check us out every Saturday, 2 p.m. at the Old Time Wrestling Arena. And specifically this Saturday, yours truly returns to the ring after a 2.5-year wait. Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man, and check out oldtimewrestling.net.
And that should be it for episode 52. We've done this for over a year now because it's actually kind of episode 53, but shh. Been a good year, I'm very surprised about how well this has gone. I originally started this after I had been putting it off for quite a while, and one day I just got so fed up that I just said, "Hey, Dace, want to talk for a while?"
I love to talk.
Yeah, especially as Dusty Rhodes.
I did episode 2 though, so
Actually, I think you did episode 3. I think Urban
I did
was episode 2.
no, I was
know.
episode 2.
Hmm.
Because I tried to do episode 1 and then I ended up getting on late. And you were like, "Don't worry, you can do episode 2," and I did episode 2, and that started a long, beautiful partnership. Tony and me have never looked back ever since.
But we've gotten to the point that we went from getting like one subscriber a week to now, we're surpassing the part where each video gets multiple subscribers each time, and every day I get multiple people subscribing, so we're getting up there slowly but surely. But I really, really appreciate everything that everybody's done for me for the show, both the guests on the show and the commenters and everybody who's plugged it, whether it's been on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on even popping up on the comments themselves, and just kind of being the people that say good show as opposed to the people that say, hey, fuck you, this isn't the pay-per-view match, and everything like that.
A jolly good show.
Yeah.
Very jolly, very spiffing.
So hopefully we will be seeing you again, another 52 episodes, and steamrolling this along and making it better and better and better as time goes on. Always going to try to make it better for you as possible and better for everybody involved. So thank you again. Thank you for watching this week. As far as this episode goes, that's it. And this has been another Smark Out moment. We're being counted out. See you next time, everybody.
This is an outro. An outro. An outro. So take the best shot on it. You got outro. Bring it on.
Nicky!